lovely weekend, and how do you feel it went?
I think it went pretty well. For my first experience of driving a Formula 1 car on a Formula 1 race weekend, it was a pretty cool experience. At the same time, it was tough because you have a lot of pressure, or you put pressure on yourself, just because you don't want to do anything stupid, make any silly mistakes. You know, it's not a long session, 1.5 hours. So I had 3 runs where, you know, it's just aero testing, which I did, and it's more not just about the speed, but about how you give your feedback, being consistent, and not making those silly mistakes. So all in all, I think I did a pretty good job. I'm pretty sure the engineers were happy, or I hope the engineers were happy. But yeah, I think it was for me a good experience to witness what it's like to drive on the weekend and feel the pressure and yeah, just having the experience of it. Of course. So the program was pretty much just aero testing. I think here in Spa it's always common for aero testing to occur because you have the middle sector, which is high speed corners, medium speed corners, where you want a lot of downforce. But then you have obviously 2 extremely long straights here, where you don't want all this downforce. So it's trying to find a good combination of the both, making sure the driver is confident and happy in the middle sector, but at the same time isn't just losing loads of lap time down the straight because he's so slow. So it's a tricky combination, but the whole session was just trying to yeah, find the best path for the weekend.
What was it like being on track with Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, Kimi Raikkonen, and all those guys?
Didn't feel any different to normal. I don't think I passed anyone like that. Actually, I let Kimi pass once, but I don't know. It doesn't. No, I don't know why. I would have thought it would. I guess until you're kind of racing with them, maybe then you feel it a bit more. I'm pretty sure you would.
Can you just describe what it was like to drive a car here? They're so fast in 2018.
They are, especially in corners like P1, Eau Rouge. It's very different to kind of what I've been used to, driving Formula 3 or Formula Renault here. I think mainly P1 is the biggest corner because Eau Rouge has generally been flat in everything I've done. In F1 it's flat out, so it's always just a cool experience of, you know, feeling the undulations. But P1's the corner where separates you know, the kids from the men, whatever. So it's a tough corner because it's so on edge. You have a lot of runoff, but it's in whatever car, it's always between almost being flat and, you know, having a small lift. So it's always the race within your team of who can do it flat first. And it's just yeah, it's a ballsy corner basically.
Were you a kid or a man 3 days?
I was a kid. Sadly. Yeah, I had a bigger lift than what Stoffel did, so I was disappointed. But yeah, I think it was better that I didn't risk anything. But yeah, that's probably the most difficult corner on the track.
How difficult was it to adapt back to your Formula 2 car?
It was pretty difficult because obviously getting used to the Formula 1 car, driving in Budapest, I've kind of got into the rhythm and got used to driving a Formula 1 car. So going back to Formula 2 with less power, less downforce, all in all just much slower, it was quite difficult because with the Pirelli tyres, we literally did out warm push for the tyre preparation. So we had one push lap where the tyres were at their best. And for me to just get in, nail everything was extremely difficult because the braking felt terrible. When I thought I was 50% throttle, I was actually 100%, and it just felt really slow in the straights. The only thing in F2 is P1's nowhere near flat. It's quite a big lift. it's tricky, you know, going from, or just being used to doing something and being comfortable and in the rhythm to just suddenly changing so much. It did take a bit of time for me to get used to. I didn't think it really hindered my overall weekend, let's say, but yeah, it did take a few laps for me to really get back into driving a Formula 2 car.